Hey everyone, welcome to my tarot video for the week of Friday, March 3rd. Hope you're all having a good week. If you find this the next couple of days, that's okay, because it's for the week ahead. So I don't know if any of you see my posts on Instagram and Facebook, but March is an exciting month. Astrologically, there's a lot of transits going on, and all the astrologers are in big talks about, what's going to happen and blah, 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 blah. Because Saturn, Mars and Pluto are all on the move. Pluto is moving from Capricorn into Aquarius. It's been in Capricorn since 2008. So if we look back at what happened in 2008, that was a huge year. And it's going to be in Aquarius for a while, and then it's going to pop back to Capricorn, I think. Or somewhere. Any astrologers out there tell me where it's going. I think it's going to be, until June, and then it's going to pop back to Capricorn, and then it's going to pop back to Aquarius, and it's going to stay there for 20 years. And the last time that we had this movement into Aquarius was in the 1770s, when the French Revolution kicked off and the American Revolution kicked off. So Pluto in Aquarius brings about massive change, and it often brings power shifts. There's also talk of it like, us heading into a new era, digital era, with AI and all sorts of positive stuff. But so it's big worldwide stuff, and then Saturn and Mars, and depending on where it is in your chart, that's going to affect people as well. Saturn has been in the same sign for the last 3 years. I think it was in Aquarius actually, and I'm Aquarius, so I was paying attention. And it can like Saturn kind of goes and like just makes you change things, and it makes things makes you cut back, makes you like clear stuff. So it's been an interesting 3 years for any Aquarians who've had Saturn in their chart. I'm not like an astrologer, so I'm not completely au fait with everything that's going on, but I just know that energetically March is a huge month. It's the biggest month of the year. Okay, let's have a look and see what the cards have to say for this week. Okay. So it actually energetically has been really, it's been strange energies, but very nice energies. And it's a time of balance. Here's a Temperance card here. I do think that people have been, I don't know if your emotions have been kind of quite up in the air and stuff like that. If there's been emotional turmoil for people. But what I'd say is that like this shift into Pisces last week on the 20th, 21st, and it's the ending of the astrological year. Astrology feels really important this week. There's a lot of endings of cycles, and it's moving on to the next part, people getting their finances in order, and it's almost like everybody's preparing for and it does feel like quite a bountiful year ahead. This feels like a year ahead. I'm loving the Queen of Pentacles here. I do think there might be news of pregnancies as well, and not just pregnancies, new projects, if it's not children that you're into, or new pets, new mothering of all sorts. Okay, so there's been an awful lot. One of the main things I get asked about, especially over the pandemic and stuff like that, I'm just going to put these cards at the back away because this feels separate, was travel. I was actually saying that like nearly all my clients in their 20s are now abroad. I was just like, where are they all gone to? And like then you see on Instagram, oh, that person's in Mexico. Oh, that person's in Australia. So there's been an awful lot of mass exodus from the country in a positive way. I'm like all for it. Travel while you can. In the last 6 months. If people, energetically, it feels like for me, if you've been making plans to travel, and I don't know why I feel the need to say this, get onto it in the next 6 months, because it feels like it's now or never. I don't know why. So it's for people out there that are watching this and have been toying with the will I go abroad, and this feels like working abroad. It's not just like a weekend break or a 2-week holiday or anything like that. It's like you have the choice to go, will I go, won't I go, will I go, won't I go. Whatever it is, whoever's watching this, because this is for not for everybody, but I know it'll feel right for some people. It's now or never. So I think it's bite the bullet and do it, because if you don't do it now, next year, whatever way things are going to turn, you're not going to do it. And that doesn't mean, like, if you make the decision to stay, that'll be right for you. But if you've been like, oh, will I go now or will I go in a year's time? It's now or never. That's the only way I can explain it. Okay. I just pulled the lovely King and Queen of Cups there. And like, again, back to, I don't know if you've seen my Instagram, but I was pulling all the love cards all week. And if people, okay. What is this? Yeah. So this is about new romance. I'm hearing new romance, new romance, new romance. People need to start putting themselves out there in every which way or form. And like, it's not like the online dating card, it's the socializing card. So it's like, you know, if you get asked to go to that dinner, just go. Or if you're like, oh, maybe I'll ask the girls or the lads to meet up with me and we'll go out at the weekend. And you don't normally do that. Like this feels like it's for people who have been like kind of hiding away or not making an effort. And it's not about like, you know, sometimes when you go to the same places every time, you're not going to meet somebody new there. This is about putting yourself out there and doing things that you wouldn't normally do. So it's like just casting the net a bit further, I suppose. Now with the online dating and stuff like that, like as well, that is casting the net a bit further. But this feels like I keep on seeing, like, let's say the city centre, because I live in Dublin, so it's like go out into town. So wherever you live, it's like just extended that bit further. Keep an eye on the online dating as well, like, but it's just about extending that a bit further and doing things you wouldn't normally do. Yeah, because it does feel like there's definitely karmic cycles are ending at the moment with the way that all the planetary movements are going. But when one cycle ends, another one has to begin. So there's definitely fresh beginnings around there for everybody, but we just need to give it a little bit of a kickstart ourselves, if you know what I mean. Okay? Right, okay, what's up next? I'm going to shuffle. Okay, I need to put them back in. What's up next? Let's have a look, see. What's up next? Right, March, 3rd of March. It's going to be really positive here. I'm feeling very, very positive love energy around again. Sorry, that just came out there again. So, romance. A lot of people are thinking about romance. It's like things have changed for people. Things have changed. There's a lot of kings there now. King of Pentacles, King of Swords. What's that? Okay. Okay, so like this is the ending of breakups and stuff like that. The endings, or breakups and the endings of relationships. And it's still back to romance. This is a very romantic reading again this week. I don't know if people have been looking at the type of person that they have been attracting in the past. Now, I know there's 2 kings there, but this can be male or female because, and like, what I would say is it just feels like anybody out there who may have attracted people that weren't the best for them in the past. It feels like this, you've done the work. People have been examining themselves slowly but surely. You've done the work. So this is for men and women alike and non-binary. There's definitely a change in the relationships that people are going to get into this year because you've looked at how you are and how you want to be in relationships and the type of person that you go for. That's what it is. It's changing up the type of person that you go for. And it does feel like that there's much more positive outlook on relationships because things have been very like recently, if I'm making sense. So people have done the work, and there's definitely a very, 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 very fresh vibe coming in. around romantic relationships. Okay, so I'm going to have to finish up there now. Just one last thing. If there's any people out there that have been worrying about, if there's any people out there that have been worrying about family money or family stuff or family legal stuff, I haven't said this in a while now, but there's more to be, it's going to get more sewn up this week. You can't see it happening. You can't see how it's going to happen, but all of a sudden, out of the blue, boom, it's finished up, and it's going to be positive. So the outcome is going to be positive. So if there's been stuff going on in the ether, this is definitely family money, family stuff been worked out. It's going to be worked out in a positive way. It doesn't feel like it's divorces. Well, I suppose that is family money, but this feels more like inheritance or something like that, or land. But if that comes in within a divorce, if there's inheritances and land within the divorce, that's going to work out okay as well. Okay? So that's it for this week, and I'll back to you next Friday with more fairy energies coming in there again. Okay, talk to you soon.